I am Vinnie Tortorich. Folks, your good intentions have been stolen, but don't worry. I'm here to help you get them back. You may be soft and succulent at the beginning of this process, but hang in there. Before long, you will be lean and mean, guaranteed. Somewhere in the early 90s, when that whole Seattle thing was happening.
Grunge, baby.
Grunge. We went from hair bands right into grunge. We did not stop.
No.
We did not pass go.
Mm-mm.
We did not collect $200.
No.
Well, one day it was like whiplash. Hair bands are done, meaning, I don't know if you can even say this. Dudes look like chicks and they were in bands. And then all of a sudden it just changed. Right? It was like, hey, get off all of that jewelry and, the wristbands, the bracelets, and get your hair. Well, no, okay, here's the thing. They didn't cut their hair, Anna. No.
They just
didn't wash it. Or if they washed it, they made it look greasy.
Grunge.
Because they had to be grungy.
Yeah.
And, listen, if you didn't have a plaid flannel shirt before that, you had a collection of them then.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I'm going to name drop. You ready? I'm going to name drop right at the beginning of this podcast.
Okay.
I was still modeling back then when grunge hit.
Okay.
And as you know, I had an agent and I had a big ad out there. This ad was killing it. I'd done a bunch of like infomercials and all. And then, I got this print ad that it was a international ad, right? It went international. The one where I have no clothes on and the only thing hiding anything is a conch shell.
Yeah.
And it was in Women's Wear Daily. It was in everything, right? And all of a sudden, and my agency, like whenever anyone has a big campaign that's doing really well, the agency will put a big poster of you up in the agency, right?
Oh God.
And
they put a conch shell poster up.
Oh yeah, I was embarrassed to go in and get my check. That was back in the days where you had to go over to your agent and pick up your check.
Yeah.
And Irina, God rest her soul, Irina Kamal, she owned, Trouble in LA, the Irina Kamal modeling agency. And she and I got along well because I was the only model that was like 30 years old.
Yeah.
And she's, all the photographers, everyone likes you because you don't cause them any trouble. You just go,
right.
Like, yeah, I can't believe that I got a job doing this.
Right.
I'm not going to act like a damn diva. I'm going to do whatever they ask me to do, I'm going to do.
You're going to do it.
If you want me to get naked on the beach and put a conch shell in front of my cock, that's what I'm doing.
Great.
I'm not going to ask you
give me all
questions.
the money. Here we go.
Yeah. I'm not asking questions. I'm collecting a check. That's all I'm doing here. Well, she calls me in her office one day after that poster's hanging up and she goes, there's one of the models here that she's interested. She wanted to know if you would go out with her. And I say, yeah, who are we talking about? And you want to venture a guess?
Is it somebody you've talked about on this?
Probably not.
Oh, was that the Vanna White?
No, Vanna White happened in the 80s.
Oh, that was the 80s?
That was an Aspen in the 80s. I had quite a run. And people are going to say, is this guy serious about this stuff?
Yeah, I know.
It was one of the most famous playmates ever. And she married a couple of different rock stars.
Heather Locklear.
No. Started with a P and
Pamela
ended in
Anderson.
Yeah. And I remember seeing her in the agency the week before. And she was dressed up in the grunge thing. Like she was walking on the legs of her jeans, which I thought was deplorable. Right. I was like, this woman's walking on the legs of it, and she had like flip flops on. And she had on like a grungy shirt. And if people want to think that what Pam Anderson's doing today by not wearing makeup, she she didn't wear makeup back then when she wasn't being Pam. And this is before she was Pam Anderson, right?
Right.
Like she was Playboy Playmate Pam Anderson, but she wasn't Baywatch Pam Anderson. She wasn't, dating and marrying rock star Pam Anderson. She was just, just like all the other Playmates, trying to figure out the next move.
Right.
And yeah. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, not my thing. I'm good.
Okay.
Could have had me a little taste of Miss Pam Anderson, at least one date until she figured
At
out.
least a date.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that was and that's the book they wanted me to write, Anna. To tell all those stories. And you see how boring that story was?
Yeah.
It's like,
That's the book.
how do
they
you
wanted
make
to
that
write.
sound more
Well,
exciting?
One time Pamela Anderson said she wanted to go on a date with me.
Yeah.
Okay, then what
Vanna
happened?
White, Pam
Nothing.
Anderson. Yeah, what else we got? Yeah. And I think that's when people get in trouble with those books, because now you got to make up a story around it.
Right.
And then the other person comes out and goes, I don't even know who this is. That's not true.
Right, exactly.
That happens all the time. That's the book they wanted me to write. That there was more tell-all than that with my clients, not the people I dated. But there was something I saw in the gym today, and I wanted to remember to talk about it. And when I got in my car, I had to get to an appointment really fast.
Yeah, you voice texted me.
I voice texted, said, Anna, I'm only voice texting this because I'm going to forget it. And I don't know how to use. I would have to
what
look
it was?
down, like I was at the red light. No, I got the note here. I would have to look down to put it in notes, but I looked down. I went, okay, Anna, I'm going to text it to her.
Hey Siri, send a text to Anna Vocino. Oh, she woke up.
Yeah, boom, just like that. So,
by the way, everyone's phone just woke up because they heard me say HEY Siri.
Yeah. So anyway, the note was one exercise, too many sets. Now, what does that mean?
Yeah, I was curious what that meant. Do you mean like you're working the same muscle group, or you're literally like doing like 5 sets of 20 bicep curls?
Yes and yes. Okay. So I walk in the gym and I see this woman who I'm friends with. I'm not going to say her real name because she's got a unique name.
Suzanne.
We're going to call her Leona. Let's call her Leona.
Okay, that's great. Let's call her Leona.
Because that's not her name.
Okay.
But she has a very, she has a very unique name. So if I said it, there's not too many people walking around with that name.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think all of her friends listen to this podcast and they'll be like, oh my God, it's her. It's Leona.
I think she listens from time to time because she's mentioned that she does.
Well, won't she be able to pick herself out from the story that you're telling?
Yeah, but at least I'm not saying her name. I'm not saying anything bad about her.
Oh, okay.
She knows what happened because she
knows what she did.
She knows what she did. So I walk in and she's setting up to do a free weight shoulder press.
Okay.
As I've seen her do before.
So just this up and down.
Yeah, and then she's got a rack in front of her so she can re-rack it right in front of her and take it off again and go up and down. And
when you said free weights, I was thinking dumbbells, but you're saying it was on a
barbell.
Barbell.
Yeah. She's pretty strong. So she's starting with a 45-pound barbell and she's adding weight to it. Right. So I get in there, I drop my bag off in the little, cubby hole that we have at the gym. And I go over to the bench. I do a warm-up set. And then I do 2 sets of bench. And then I walked past my friend Leona to go set up incline bench over on the Smith machine. Now I'm warmed up, so I did 2 sets.
What's a Smith machine, Vinnie?
It's just a machine. It's like a free weight bar, but it guides the bar up and down. So if you get to a rep where you can't go anymore, you could just lock it out and get out without having a spotter. It's a self-spotting barbell apparatus. Okay.
Got it.
So, now, by the way, I either do two sets or 3 sets, depending on the day. Right. So I'm doing I did a warm up on the bench and I did 2 real sets. Second set to failure. I had to get someone to come stand over me to take the bar off. I'll go over to the Smith machine. I do a medium set. I do a heavy set. I'm done with that. I've now done 4 sets. I'll look over. My friend Leona is still on the machine. Is still on the apparatus doing multiple sets.
Okay.
Now I'm clocking her, right? I'm going, okay. She did a set right when I was walking past her and said hi. I put my stuff away. I came back. I did a warm up. I did 3 sets. Now I'm 5 sets deep with a minute in between each of these. And Leona is still over there. Now I'm clocking her.
Okay.
Next, I do shoulder press. Leona is still doing sets.
Uh-oh.
I did 2 sets. Well, I did a quick warm up and then 2 real sets of shoulder press. I went over and did dips, 2 sets, minute in between. I'm facing Leona while I'm doing this.
Okay.
Okay. I haven't counted how many sets she's doing. The other thing I'm noticing is she's waiting several minutes between each set to do another set.
And no one's waiting for her machine?
No, because she's not on a machine. She's set up over, we got a
she's
lot of
doing the
racks in the gym.
okay.
She's within a rack.
Yeah,
She's
okay.
not bothering anyone else.
Right.
The only thing that bothers anyone else, is the other note I want to talk about. Girl at the track.
You're just chock full of gym formation.
Yeah, I went to the track today too. Okay. So now I'm doing dips. So I've done I've done bench press, incline press, shoulder press, dip.
Okay.
Woman's still doing the same exercise.
This is like a half an hour.
Yeah.
No, like 20 minutes.
I now went over and did 2 sets of bench flies and then 2 sets of side delt raises. And just as I started the delt raises, she packed up from there to go somewhere else.
Okay. And now you're interested. You're like, what else is she going to do?
I said, Leona. And before I could say anything else, she goes, I know, I did too many sets and I waited too long in between. It's like, well, if you know, why are you doing it?
That's really funny.
Because
she probably saw you watching her like, oh God.
No, but she knows what, because they come over and ask for advice. All of them.
Uh-huh.
This is how I'm friends with them.
Right.
You know me, I'm not Mr. Social, but if someone comes and asks me a question, I give them advice and then they promptly go against the advice and we move on. That's the way life works around me.
Right.
I said, well, if you know, she goes, because there used to be this trainer when I used to go to Gold's Gym, and he said the only thing that works to build muscle and the whole thing is to do multiple sets and blah, 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 blah. It's like, how many times did you ask me for advice? I know it just seems like if you do more, it's like, listen, your problem is not motivation. You're motivated to come in here and do a gob of sets of one thing before you move on to go do a gob of sets somewhere else. How many times have you asked me, how do you get to look like that and you're only in here for 30 or 45 minutes per workout? How many times have we had that conversation? Oh, a lot. How much time do you spend here? At least 2, if not 2.5 hours. Okay.
She doesn't do anything else. That's all she does then. That's her daytime activity.
Yeah, she can't possibly, because I know what she does for a living. And, she's able to work out during the day because I know what she does for a living.
Okay.
We're friendly outside of just talking on the gym. So if you're asking the guy who's getting results, the old man that doesn't look as old as he should look, getting results, and the question is, how do you only work out for 30, 45 minutes and you look like that and we're all trying to put on muscle? What are you doing? You see, the question is they want to know, are you taking TRT? Are you doing this? Are you doing that?
Right.
No, I don't take any TRT. Never taken a drug in my life outside of cancer drugs. And I guess when I was a kid, whatever, a doctor gave me cough syrup or whatever. So the bottom line is you're asking the guy with knowledge. That guy gives you knowledge, and then you go off and do exactly the opposite. Do
But
you
so
see why I go insane sometimes?
yes. But I also feel like people just have these habits like that, like it took me, I feel like it took me a couple of years of unwinding the I'm allowed to have full fat dairy or full fat anything.
Right.
Like I just felt like it's so a part of my nervous system. And now it's not. But like it took me so long to unwind it. So that's probably one of those things that in her formative years, she went to that Gold's Gym, got bad advice, and then took that as like the gospel. So that even when she
Yeah.
gets new information that overrides that information, it's going to take her a little while to change her habits.
Well, especially when the question is, how do you get out of here so fast with good results?
Right.
And I'm explaining, oh, I'm not trying to get out of here fast. This is all your body. If you're doing this correctly, this is all your body can take.
Right.
Right. Anything else, you're just overtraining and you're setting yourself up for an injury. Or if you're overtraining, you're now not building muscles, you're tearing them apart to where you never get anywhere. Right. And by the way, I didn't come up with this. And by the way, one of the guys that used to, back in the Arnold Schwarzenegger days, they used to do multiple sets. I know where it comes from.
Yeah.
But they were taking a lot of drugs to make themselves look a certain way. I get what they were doing. And can I make an argument for 3, 4, and 5? Yeah, man, I can make an argument for 3 and 4 sets if you're ramping up a lot. And sometimes I do that for people who are very arthritic and everything else. We got to do a couple of light sets, really get the synovial fluid moving.
Right.
So there's a time and a place. But if you could do fewer sets, no more than 3, then boom. Right? That's what drives me nuts. When you get good information, the stuff that Vince Gironda used to talk about, the stuff that Arthur Jones used to talk about, the guy who created Nautilus back in the 70s, Ben Bocchicchio comes to mind, right? When these are guys who figured it out a long time ago. Mike Menser and his brother. I mean, these guys were amazing, right? There's a school of thought there, and it works. People always want to say, well, Vinnie, what's the best way? It's like, I've gotten people there with 1 set to failure. I've also gotten people there with 3 sets. But just faffing around, doing 1,000 sets, as we used to call it back at Joe's Gym when I was a kid, it was talked about at Joe's Gym in Donaldsonville back in 1975 or 76, 74, whenever I was in there, right?
Right.
We called people that did that joke lifters. They were kidding themselves. We just came up with the term joke lifter. By the way, I saw on Facebook, very, very upsetting. They tore down the old gym, and they had to. The building was dilapidated. So Joe's Health Club is no more. The club that we all built together that one summer, moving all Joe's weights from his garage into the old St. Joe Hall and turning it into a gym. Became an institution. A lot of strong people came out of there. A lot of college scholarships. A lot of kids like myself who got a college scholarship, and a lot of others went through that gym, right? Small town, very small town, very tiny gym. It was hot as hell in there. It was this old building from the 1910s or 1920s. And we just went in there and did it. Old school. There was every bar in there had rust on it, because when it's that hot and that humid and that sweaty, the bars are going to rust. You walk out of there, you can't lie as to where you've been. Your hands are rusted. Your shirt has rust all over it. If you did squats, they know you did squats because you got rust on the back of your shirt. Do bench press, you got rust on your chest. We worked out like animals in that gym. Gone. But it was probably time for it to go.
Yeah.
Anna, we're going to take a quick break here, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to talk to you about the girl at the track, and then we're going to find out what you have over there. Unless you
I don't
want
have anything.
Oh, all right.
This is on you. We're doing a fitness episode.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk about the girl at the track.
Great.
But first, I need to tell you guys about Villa Capelli olive oil. Now, you're going to go, well, geez, Vinnie, why are you talking about this crap every week? Well, because they send me a check. They do. I get a check.
It's not crap. Let's
Yeah.
back it up.
Beep, beep, beep. Let's
Take
back it
two,
up.
back to one.
Yeah. So it's not crap. But why are you telling us about this every week? Because they pay me. But
Because
guess what?
you don't listen. That's why. And
Yeah,
by you, I mean the audience. Vinny doesn't listen either, but the audience especially doesn't listen.
If you guys listen, you wouldn't be doing 20 sets like my friend Leona.
What's happening? You're doing 20 sets. You're not getting Villa Capelli olive oil. I don't know what to do with you guys.
Anna, am I kidding when I tell you we were talking about Villa Capelli before they ever paid us a dime? Tell that story. It's a true story.
We were in the garage in North Hollywood, and you're like, I need a little something to coat my throat. I need the real olive oil. And then we didn't know each other that well, and you're like, do you know what real olive oil is? And I was like, yeah, I do. And then we had a little like standoff moment, and then I brought you the Villa Capelli.
Yeah.
And you were like, all right, let's see. She doesn't know.
Yeah, this wop. There's half a wop. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
She can't possibly know.
She can't possibly know. And then you tasted it and you're like, wait a minute. And I was like, not only do I have the good stuff, it is so small batch. You can't get it in any grocery store in the States.
Right.
You can only get it directly from their website. And not only that, I'm going to put you in touch with Paul, the owner, and we're going to talk, and we're going to have him on the podcast. We're going to talk about real olive oil.
And I thought it was a bullshit move. And then we had the guy from Extra Virginity on the show. Yeah, we weren't one and done and just went, oh, let's get this olive oil. We had a guy who wrote a book called Extra Virginity talking about the olive oil scams and all the oil scams.
Tom Mueller. Yep. And then we had Larry Olmsted from Real Food, Fake Food.
Mm-hmm.
Food. The sanctity of real foods is very important to us as evidence from day one. So when Villa Capelli came along, we talked about it because we just liked it. And then Paul was like, hey, why don't you guys talk about us every week and I'll pay you?
Yeah. I was
we were like, well, we like that.
Yeah, we like money. We're not against money.
No, I'm not against money. I love money.
Yeah.
Money's
a good thing.
I don't get enough of it, in my opinion.
You and me both. You know, they say money,
I want more money.
You know, they say money doesn't buy happiness, but a lot of money will buy you some happiness.
It will buy you some Villa Capelli olive oil.
You sure will.
Sure will. So Villa Capelli olive oil is real, first press, cold pressed, extra virgin olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
And they harvest early. In fact, I think they're done with harvest by now, or they're doing it right now. I have to write Stephen and find out. So Paul Capelli has since passed away. God rest his soul. And his widower, Stephen, has kept up the business, stayed in Italy, learned Italian, and is still a sponsor of this podcast, making the most beautiful olive oil. They also make flavored oils, by the way, totally clean. They make different kind of spices and salts, and they have all kinds of vinegars and really cool shit on their website. If you use the discount code Vinnie, are you playing tunes?
I'm playing taps for Paul Capelli. Keep going.
Okay. No,
keep going.
Play taps.
I think Paul would get a kick out of the fact that we played taps during one of his ads.
I think Paul would laugh his ass off and blow cigarette smoke in our faces.
Yeah.
about it.
Hey, Steven, can you believe those assholes are playing taps during my?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him so much.
By
He's
the way,
missed.
was it just me? Like, I'm a dude, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not gay,
No.
but I could tell you what a good looking man looks like. Was
Yeah.
it just me, or was Paul like the epitome of like the kind of guy every guy wants to look like, and the swagger?
Paul was like, Nick, I just called him sex because he just exuded sex
He
appeal.
looked like, yeah, he looked like
was sex.
Yeah. It was, and when you're a dude and you can look at that and go,
He was a man's man, a lady's man.
every chick
all of
wants every chick wants to be with this guy, and every
Mhm.
guy wants to be this guy.
Mhm.
He was, how old was Paul when he died? Do you know?
I have no idea.
He
Barely
was
60.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Paul. He kind of had that Dean Martin kind of rat
That's
pack
a good, yeah.
swagger to him.
He
right?
was more manly than Dean Martin.
Oh, yeah. But he was that kind of guy. He was
Like
kind
the
of guy.
Rat Pack wishes they were as manly as Paul Capelli.
Yeah, they were like, oh wait, this guy's taking over the Rat Pack, not the Brat Pack. But yeah, he was that kind of guy, the kind of guy
awesome.
every guy wants to be. Paul Capelli, Villa Capelli, promo code Vinnie.
He's responsible for the cover design of my first book because I was at Villa Capelli and he read me the riot act on my concepts and said, no, do this. And he was like, boom, boom, boom. He was an ad man. He came from that world. So he was like, do this, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. They know how to do it. They know it's
so grab that oil. It's delicious. I cooked with it last night. I sauteed chicken with it. I drizzled not sauteed, what is it called? Marinated the chicken with all of it. Because you got to have, when you're doing a marinade, Vinny, you have to have some sort of fat to carry all the acid and the seasonings.
Yeah, I like the acid with the marinade. Yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta get those flavors into the meat. And so the fat of the olive oil helps to carry all those flavors and transfer them into your meats. So then when you cook them, I did the chicken in the air fryer. It's delicious. And then I drizzled it all over the asparagus, roasted that in the oven. And tonight I'm doing a salad and I'm doing steaks. And you know what I do with the steaks? I put the salt dust on there or the barbecue dust. We usually do one of each for each. We have 2 ribeyes. And then drizzle it with Villa Capelli. Just take the spoon and smear it all over the steak. Grill it on the grill. It's perfection. Use the discount code Vinnie, VINNIE. You'll get 10% off your order each and every time you order it. We will not apologize for doing a 10-minute ad for Villa Capelli because we believe in them that much. They're amazing.
We play taps right in the middle. And
right in the middle.
All right, so today I was doing double duty. So I went to the gym.
You said duty.
I had a pull day and I was
it
pulling, and it was tough workout.
No.
And then what's wrong?
It froze at just like the dumbest time, so your face was very funny.
Okay, I got a funny face.
You got a funny face.
I was like, you know what? I have one of those days. As you know, yesterday was a day from hell, but I got a lot done, and I had a little extra time today. And I wanted to go do a little rollerblading before this podcast. And you see, I generally don't eat after the gym. I might have a little protein, something or whatever. Now, the other day I went out. So I'll tell you, I never have cans of tuna fish around the house. But I wanted to try a recipe. So I bought several cans of really good tuna fish. The bumblebee. You know the bumblebee, right, Anna? It's the good stuff. So
yes, I hate canned tuna fish.
Serena does too. She told me, she goes, I'll never kiss you again. You're eating cat food. So I had some extra tuna fish hanging around, and I came home and I was like, you know what? Here's the problem people make. You work out at the gym. Now you don't have to, that whole 30-minute window of protein right after.
I don't, but I'm going to take your word for it because it sounds like a weightlifter bro thing.
It's a bro science thing. There's no 30, but here's the thing. If you're going to go and hammer away 5-minute miles on a skate or 4.5-minute miles on skates, you need some calories in you, right? You can't just keep asking your body to keep burning. It's going to start burning its own muscle at some point, and it defeats the idea of going to the gym. So I said, you know what? I got a little extra time here. I got to make a few phone calls. I got to talk to these idiots who are screwing up my vitamin order right now and everyone else. So I made something quick. Now, here's the thing. I saw that tuna fish and I went, you know what? I'm going to make myself a tuna salad.
Okay.
And I looked in the fridge and we had the Hellmann's. Now,
Oh, no.
you said, Vinny, who bought the Hellmann's? Vinny's daughter was here a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And her boyfriend's from Buffalo. Somehow Hellmann's ended up in my house.
You're not going to be able to talk to people from Buffalo.
I'm sorry. Somehow Hellmann's ended up in my house.
I'm going to get hate mail from everyone from Buffalo.
I made this up. I don't know how Hellmann's got here, but we don't eat Hellmann. We don't eat the stuff, the mayo.
Where the first ingredient is soybean oil or canola oil.
Probably, yeah.
I know it is because I just went mayo shopping a few.
I didn't even look. I knew it had soybean. I knew it had seed oil in it. I didn't even look. Now, being growing up poor, I couldn't throw it away. I left it in there because I'm always thinking if a famine comes, I'm going to need that. Right.
What a waste.
Right. So
don't throw out the plastic that you're going to eat.
So I looked around and I'm going to show you this little video. All right, if I do this, can you see it? If I hold it,
I think
like
so.
That?
Yeah.
All right. And I have it plugged in so the rest of the audience can hear it. I want you to see what I did here, Anna.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Is it salt and some sort of spice?
Yeah, it's Baja Gold mineral salt. So I'm going to play it and you can watch it. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. I used salt, cayenne pepper, black pepper, Vocino's dill, yogurt, and 1 can of tuna fish. I came up with this. I put maybe a little too much yogurt, but I got to tell you, it's effing delicious. Give that a shot for a high protein lunch.
I have never seen somebody put barbecue dust in a tuna fish. I love it. It's so
not
much.
Barbecue dust. It's the dill.
I'm sorry, okay, that makes more sense. Sorry, I was thinking it was barbecue. That makes more sense.
Because
that's amazing.
So Anna, I wasn't tasting along the way. What I did was I put
dumped it all in.
I put the salt first because it's like, I've been sweating and I'm going to sweat some more.
Yeah.
I need to get that Baja Gold. It's one of the highest mineral salts. It's like Redmond's real salt.
You need to link to it. I've never heard of Baja Gold. Now I want to buy it.
Oh, the Baja Gold is very, very salty tasting, even more salty tasting than Redmond's. And it feels moist. Like you can still feel the sea air in it. It's always moist. So I started with that and I went, okay, that and black pepper. So I cracked the black pepper. And right next to the black pepper, I got all three of them up there. I got the taco, the Anna Vocino, Eat Happy Kitchen taco, the barbecue, and the dill. So I went,
great.
What's going to go with this?
Right.
And I went, the dill. The dill. And by the way, I have one of the ones because I'm cheap. I bought the ones that were clumpy. Remember when you had the clumpy sale?
Mm-hmm.
Folks, I bought it clumpy.
Pucked up barbecue.
Yeah, and it's even more pucked up.
That was last summer.
Yeah, it's still pucked up. And because it's humid here, I just crush it up. And then with my fingers like that, boom, in there. Right? I'm still working on the pucked up one. And then I put I went, you know what? I wouldn't be a proper Cajun unless some cayenne went in here. So I cayenned a little bit. I didn't taste any of this. I just poured it all in. You just pinch it.
Amazing.
Now, when I was eating it, I thought to myself, you should have put paprika. So the next time I'm going to do it, I'm adding the paprika. But I got to tell you, I got 2 more cans of that tuna fish. I'm going to be doing this.
I would put ranch and barbecue in together because the barbecue has the paprika.
I'll get back to you, Anna. I'll try. And by the way, if it sucks, I won't do a video. I'll just tell you privately it sucks. But it's good because look, you don't know. You don't know until you do it, right? But I needed paprika in there. I bet if I just did the barbecue by itself with added salt, because you know me with the salt, I could probably pull it off like that.
By the way, our salt that we use in our spice blend.
If that would show up, maybe I can try that.
Mm-hmm. I know. I was just trying to order it, and my
And
Amazon's
don't buy it
freezing.
for me. I'm going to buy it. Just let me buy it. I got to
Our
order some.
salt that we use is this Bahamian sea salt, where they do this really cool thing with these flats
Mm-hmm.
where the sea salt like washes up on it, it
Mm-hmm.
dries, and then they scrape the sea salt and do the purification. It's really cool, like a regenerative process that they do. So there is good salt in there, but I want the Baja Gold for regular salt.
Listen, if you want to wake up in the morning and look forward to breakfast, you want Anna's special salt. What's it called, Anna? It's
salt
just
dust. Salt dust seasoning. Yeah.
You throw it on eggs and it just changes everything.
It's so good.
If you make a frittata, you just make a frittata. It's like an omelet that went wrong. You do that with what you got around, the veggies, what have you. You put that in there, it's a different dish. It just is. Look, I didn't mean to go into Anna doesn't mean to do these ads, so I'm not going to do it.
We didn't mean to do that. And by the way, if you love Vinnie and you really want it, but you hate me, you can buy one canister of the salt dust on Amazon. That's the one product we have on Amazon. You can just buy one canister and try it out.
Yeah, so if you hate Anna, if you completely hate Anna,
hate me, you should buy my product.
But you love me. So we just talked to like less than 1% of the audience. Okay.
Ooh, Baja Sea Salt Sel de Mer. Is that it? See, I'm buying you something off Amazon, but I'm buying myself also something off
And it looks like this. Mineral sea salt. Can you see that?
Hold on.
It comes in a bag. It comes out of Baja, California, or maybe Baja, Mexico. I'm not really sure.
Baja, Mexico. I bet.
Yeah. Fine grind, Baja Gold Sea Salt. I keep, as you know, I got tons of salt around. I keep the Redmonds around. I have
I love Redmonds. I love the Maldon.
The Maldon, I keep him in what we call my little Coke dish. Because
I got a lot of salt in France. They do that fleur de sel from the south of France.
Yeah.
I got that too.
Yes, good stuff. Yeah. I got the black Himalayan. I got the pink Himalayan. Yeah, I got it all. I got salt. And, but the Maldon, I have we call it my little Coke sauce dish.
Yeah, the little Coke dish. That's what I do it.
It's made out of silver.
A pinch pot. Yeah.
Yeah. No matter what.
Mine's porcelain. But
if I'm having ice cream, I'm putting that on it. I'm
putting salt on it.
Yeah, but I don't have ice cream.
You know what I did though? There was one peach left, and I was like, well, I better use this up. So I took a bunch of butter and I made it bubbly and put vanilla extract in there, and I cut up the peach and just sauteed it and put a bunch of Maldon over it. That was it. It was delicious.
And you'll find that at Vinnie Tortorich's Amazon. Anyway, girl at the track. So
yes, and then I have a question. I actually do have a question for you.
Okay. We'll get to you. We'll get to your question, Anna.
Thank you so much.
I think we're giving people a lot of good information today.
Yeah, I think so too.
We told them all about Paul Capelli. We talked about working out. Yeah. Now we're going to talk. So I've said this before, and I'm getting ready to go into Old Man Vinnie, or what do they call me? Torino.
Gran Torino.
So I don't have a lot of place to skate. I don't have a lot of place to skate where I am, because there's up and down and the whole thing. Matter of fact, I was walking yesterday, Serena and me, we were walking, we ran into Sarah, our neighbor, and she goes, "Oh, you got the skates?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Where are you skating?" And I said, "Oh, I found a flat area around the campus at UVA, and it goes around this big sports field, right? So they have a big giant turf field. You could probably put, I'm eyeing it up, maybe 2 or 3 football fields on this field. That's about how big it is, maybe 3 football fields big. And there's a soccer pitch on there. There's they got all the lines so that you could play lacrosse. They got all the stuff, right, for different sports. And it's kind of cool. And I figured out a way to go around that. One time around that is a little over a half a mile. So every 2 laps, you make a mile. And I've been going around there. A guy knocked me off. Did I tell you this? I got knocked off the last time I did it. Knocked me on the ground. And you can see my finger is still swollen, my little finger. Spraying the crap out of it.
Damn.
Yeah. I messed my hands up a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
And I wear all the wrist guards and everything. That's why my hands aren't worse. And so, yeah, I'm going there a lot, to go skating, because winter's going to come at some point. It's going to be cold and rainy. I'm not going to want to do it as much. So I was there today, as I said, I ate my tuna fish thing, did some work, let that digest for a minute, and then I went out there. And I love the energy of the students. They had a lot of track, they had some track and field people out there doing,
Yeah.
sprinting, doing some jogs and strides and all kinds of stuff. And, you see the ROTC guys out there doing their thing. There's other guys kicking soccer balls into the net, other people kicking the lacrosse, not kicking, but whipping the lacrosse ball into another net. It's all just kind of fun to be out there.
Right.
Right. The people that's jogging around, they're jogging around. Some people are running, some people are what have you. Moms with the strollers. There's this one woman. Now, she came to my attention because I'm going towards her. Now, I'm paying attention to where the cracks and the grooves are because I don't know if you've ever rollerbladed, Anna, but you don't want your skates to get caught in a groove going straight. You kind of need to jump over them. Right.
That's the thing I think I'm afraid of the most.
Yeah, it'll take you down
hit
pretty
the
quickly.
thing and then you're, yeah.
Like if you get in a groove going with you like that, it's hard to get out of that groove, but you can. So you got to pay attention. You're going around people and the whole thing, and you don't want to end up in a groove. And there's a woman, and I went, okay, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to stay far away from her. But she started to meander into me, so she caught my attention, and I gave her. I don't yell or anything. I do a couple of quick claps to wake people up. Right.
Right.
And she looks up and she goes, "Oh." Now, the reason she was looking down is because she was looking at her cell phone. And I went, she was walking and looking down at her cell phone. It's
God.
Maybe it's the hospital calling saying, "Hey, we're flying your liver and make it to UVA.
I don't think so.
And you're going to new liver or whatever." I can't understand why on a glorious day like today, 65-degree weather, why you would be looking down at a phone when you could be enjoying, there were some cute looking guys out there. If you're into women, they had some women with nice asses, the whole thing. She could have, what have you? She could have looked at everyone. There was some people playing softball on one of the fields. She could have done a lot of looking around.
Mm-hmm.
But she was looking at the phone.
Okay.
And of course, less than, a minute later, or maybe 2 minutes, because, I do about 4.5 minute miles. I'm upon this lady again, and her chin is on her chest, and she's walking and she's looking down, but now I'm ready for her.
Right.
See, I'm not worried about my situation because I'm ready now.
Okay.
Matter of fact, it's like, if I go around these blind turns, I need to look before I go because she could be in the blind turn. Right. Now, I'm paying attention to her. Right. I saw that woman for the next 45 minutes as I skated around that park. I skated for about an hour and a half. Not once did she look up. And I'm thinking to myself,
wait, was she looking at her phone the whole time?
The whole time.
Was she watching like a really good movie, maybe?
Okay.
What's that movie I saw on the plane that was so good? Sinners.
What's that
Maybe
about?
she was watching Sinners. That's a really good movie. Did you see that movie?
Who's in it?
Michael B. Jordan. He plays twins of himself.
No, I hate when people play twins of themselves.
No, he does it so well. It's honestly one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
Really?
And it's a scary movie.
I don't like fun. I don't like scary.
It's fun. It's very fun. Write to me, you guys, and tell me if you saw The Sinners.
So, Anna, here's the point I want to make.
But I bet she wasn't watching a movie.
No, no matter what she was
watching
doing.
TikTok, maybe?
Who knows? I don't know what she was doing. But what I do know is the world was passing her by, and she's looking, all right, so wait,
Well, I'd be more worried about her causing an accident. If she chooses to let the world pass her by, that's on her.
Anna.
What?
It bothers me that I see this more and more. And, this woman, she's not a problem. People, there's America, you do it that, whatever you want. But you're missing the world. I'm afraid that people are missing the world. We're learning that, all the social media, you got your X, your TikTok, what have you. your Facebook. I've been reading articles. This is why people are so divisive now. Remember
Yeah.
when you could be a Democrat, the other person can be a Republican, and you go to
Yeah.
Thanksgiving and
And you just didn't talk about it.
yeah, nobody talked about it. Nobody talked about religion, nothing.
Yeah.
You certainly didn't talk about what was in your pants or what you wanted to get cut out of your pants. None of that. None of that used to occur. Now you can't go to a dinner party. You can't go home for Thanksgiving. And people are at each other's throats. I have people on the consults telling me this all the time.
Mm.
I can't be around my brother anymore. I can't be around my family. My parents think like this. Can't we leave this alone? And is this a result of all of this information superhighway we all decided to jump on about 15, 20 years ago?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
It's got to be.
Don't you think?
This never existed before now, to where you're looking at a young girl, with her chin. Look, Anna, I can't even do it. Look at this. I can't. I got a lot of arthritis. Right?
If I do it, then I have more than the double chin I already have.
But it's hard to put your chin on your chest. And she walked like that for at least the 45 minutes that I was aware of, or eventually I had to leave and come here.
Maybe she had a bent neck. Did you think about that?
And I quit making excuses for this woman. Jesus Christ. You're worse than my mother.
Let her look at her phone. Let her. It's your own dopamine, folks.
You see,
enjoy not having a dopamine hit for 2 seconds.
The dopamine hit should be as beautiful outside today.
Yeah, I know.
That's the dopamine hit. The leaves are getting ready to change.
It's not your job to fix her.
Everything's getting ready to change. It's about to become wintertime. Anna, I'm less than a month away from watching my Hallmark Christmas movies again.
Oh, you're going to be in heaven.
Because
that's your dopamine hit.
I start on November 1st, no matter what. No matter what. The only thing that gets me through September and October is football season. That is the only thing that gets me through. And then I go headlong into Hallmark Christmas movie season, and I'm getting ready to go there. I can't wait. I can't wait because it's a perfect world. Nothing bad happens in Hallmark.
Nothing bad happens. There are no supply chain interruptions.
No supply.
There's no tariffs added on to your stuff right before you're about to sell it to people.
Nope. Nothing. No, everything's perfect.
All the packaging comes back perfect in those movies.
Everything
breaks.
Nope, that's not true. Sometimes the snow globe gets broken, and it was, someone's favorite.
Clean it up.
It's someone's favorite snow globe, and we got to figure out a way to fix it before Christmas time. So don't say nothing ever breaks, Anna. Obviously, you don't watch Hallmark Christmas movies.
I don't. I only watch A Very Charming Christmas Town every year because it takes place in Solvang, where I live.
I've seen that one.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. There's also Christmas in Louisiana, like a Cajun Christmas, and there's Christmas in Mississippi. Two of my favorite. Did
they nail the world? Did they nail the world?
Masha, they got it good, yeah. That's me doing Cajun. I can't even do Cajun anymore.
Did they nail the accents?
Oh no.
No, Vinnie.
No.
By the way,
I don't do Cajun anymore. I've been
The Shining has played 3 times in this house over the past week, and I think of your dad every time because of his voice.
Scatman Crothers.
But now officially, I've known you long enough where your dad's voice is now an octave deeper than Scatman Crothers' voice.
Yeah.
When I first heard your dad, it matched. Now it's down here.
But it does match because my dad's a musician, right?
It does.
He
Absolutely.
was a professor.
I'm not wrong.
Trade, but he was a musician his whole life. He identified as a musician. Anna.
Do you want me to ask you my quick question?
Yeah, I do, but I need to tell you, I want to get off of movies. But have you watched The Girlfriend with Robin Wright yet?
No. Is it good?
I liked it. I did.
Okay.
I binged it last night. Folks, if you're going to binge 6 episodes of something, don't start at 10 o'clock. Take my word for it. If you do
That's
the
not
math,
like you.
I know. But I couldn't put it down. I couldn't quit it. I didn't know how to quit you.
So I hear bad fitness information everywhere all the time.
All right.
And sometimes it's couched in a news article, a blog post, a social media post, fitness influencers and stuff like that pop up. I mean, for about a year or so, we did a segment where it was stuff that came up in my Instagram feed, Instagram ads for Anna. And you were telling me what was actually good equipment and what was not good equipment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I bought one of those courses from somebody about helping to work on copywriting, because I can always use help with copywriting because, I write all my own emails and all my own
Sure.
sales pages and the whole thing. And this woman, but I think is a very effective copywriter. And it's interesting when you learn copywriting, it's almost the same thing as storytelling. To me, it's very instinctual. Like how to write copy feels instinctual, but I always need help on the editing process of like cutting back. Don't write so many words. I have a lot of things to say, Vinny. I want to
know
say a
you
lot
do.
of things.
You have too many things to say.
Too many things to say. So this woman she was setting up the framework of like the email, the urgency, setting up urgency in an email. And she was saying, well, let me give you examples in different sectors. So she's like, let me talk about like health and fitness or weight loss sector. So you would say it like this. And she was explaining how to say it. And then she said, because let me tell you, and she was talking about herself, I've lost over 100 pounds and you don't do it from running on a treadmill. And my ears perked up because I was like, oh yeah. Like Vinnie, I heard Vinnie's voice in my head. Exercise is a very poor way to lose weight.
Yeah.
And then she goes, in fact, you should never run on a treadmill or even do a treadmill. And I was like, wait, what? Like I was like record scratch. And she goes, in fact, if you spend time on a treadmill, you're just going to get tired. So that's not the way to lose weight. And I was like, well, hold on. Wait a minute. And I thought that was really interesting because I was like, she had the first half right. Like she didn't lose 100 pounds from running extra time on the treadmill. Like, right. And I thought to myself, I was like, this is how misinformation gets out there. Because she set up, and by the way, this wasn't even the point of her course, but she sets up that authority. I lost 100 pounds. You're going to listen. If you're trying to lose 100 pounds and someone says, I lost 100 pounds, and trust me, you're going to hear what comes out of her mouth next. Right.
Right.
And I thought that was so interesting that I was like, oh no, but you can't lose 100 pounds and then never exercise. Is that what people are doing?
Yes, you can. But here's the thing. Here's what I've always said. I've gotten people to lose. Let's go back to my favorite, Scott King, since I can remember his 2 one-syllable names. Scott King couldn't exercise probably. He was doing DDP yoga, meaning he was laying on the floor pretending to stretch, probably for the first 100, 150 pounds. He wasn't doing a whole lot. He was doing something.
Right.
But as I've always said, exercise is a poor way to lose weight. But this woman is using it. She's a bit of a charlatan by saying you can't lose weight by being on a treadmill. She's partially correct. Exercise is a poor way to lose weight, period. Whether you're doing anaerobics, meaning weightlifting, as we talked about earlier in the show, or by doing running on a treadmill or cycling or rowing or anything else you want to do, skating, hiking, what have you. But here's the rub.
There's always a rub.
If you're eating correctly,
meaning you cut out all the processed sugars
cut out
and grains.
Processed foods, cut out sugars and grains, you're going to start losing weight. Exercise will help magnify that. That's number one. Number two, people have said to me, because I famously have taken over 100 pounds off of a paraplegic, right?
Right.
I couldn't
Who is
do
not
anything.
exercising.
Yeah, can't exercise because he can't move any of his limbs, right?
Right.
So I've proven by helping paraplegics and quadriplegics lose weight.
Right.
Right. They don't get much exercise. The paraplegics do get some exercise because they might get into a sport like basketball or, racing with the wheelchair, what have you. But
Right.
most of them, let's be honest, most of them don't do that, right? You have to have a special situation to be able to get into that. So what am I saying here? Why would I've had people ask me in the consults, if I can lose all of this weight without exercising, why should I exercise?
Why wouldn't you exercise?
The aforementioned, it will help magnify what you're already doing, but there's a bigger reason to exercise, a much bigger reason than the amped up version of losing weight. Exercise is the fountain of youth. There you have it. I'm Magellan. Was it Magellan looking for the fountain of youth, or was that? I'm Ponce de Leon. I'm giving you guys the fountain of youth. Right?
Why, who wouldn't want the fountain of youth?
Yeah, everybody wants it. So you heard it straight from Ponce de Leon, Magellan, Pythagoras. No, he had his own theorems. Here's the thing. You exercise, you will keep yourself younger longer. You keep muscle on your body, you have less chance of ending up with all-cause mortality problems at a younger age. Bottom line, look what happened during the pandemic. I know talking pandemic is third rail shit, but hey, the truth is the truth. The people who did the best were people who, number one, were not old. Old people got hit hard. And right behind old people, the second group was morbid obesity. Mm-hmm. And they'll write to me, I had a friend who was thin and got sick and died. Yeah, it was horrible.
Of course, some people did. Yes.
I don't want to hear about you, one friend. When you look at the statistics, and I have a friend who is an epidemiologist that's at the forefront of this stuff, and he's like, the news is still not talking about it, but it was by and large people with comorbidities. And being morbidly obese is a comorbidity. Having not enough muscle mass on your body, comorbidity. And as we age, the aforementioned, was it you and I? No, I was talking to Don Coddington before this about sarcopenia. So that's still in my head. Sarcopenia is, we were talking about it here?
No, you need to play the song.
Oh, hang on.
It's the billionaire Don Coddington's Friday, 5 o'clock.
There we go.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Anna. I'm on a roll here. The bottom line is you want to exercise. Just exercise. I don't care. What should I do, Vin? Go to the gym. Get on a bike. Get on an assault bike. Get on a rowing machine. Go paddle a kayak, a canoe. I don't care what you do. Buy some rollerblades. Go, if you live in Colorado or Utah or somewhere, go skiing. Go skiing. You live in Wyoming, Montana, one of these places with ski. Go skiing. You live up in Virginia, go skiing. Well, should I cross-country ski or downhill? Yes. Yes, do them both.
But the thing that got me is that she said, in fact, don't even run on a treadmill at all. It just makes you tired.
It doesn't.
I was like, is that
yeah, of course, the idea is it's called a workout.
But the thing is, I don't feel tired. I feel I have more energy the rest of the day.
Right.
So but that didn't compute with me at all.
She's talking about when people first start and they do it. They go, oh my God, I feel like, oh my God, I'm sore, I'm tired, I'm lethargic.
I get that.
That will happen for a while until your body, you start building up some mitochondria, you start building up more capillaries, you build up, your heart gets stronger, everything gets stronger, your whole cardiovascular system gets stronger when you run. Don't listen to this woman. Unfortunately, she's not an exercise physiologist. I am. I'm telling you guys, you want the capillaries, you want the mitochondria, you want all the good things. You want hypertrophy. That's a fancy thing for saying you want to put some muscle on. You don't want sarcopenia. That's a fancy way of saying when you get old, life sucks. You start losing muscle, bone, and everything else. You don't want this, folks. I'm telling you, you don't know how badly you don't want this. And that's all I'm going to say.
By the way,
yeah,
I'm only bringing this up to tell you this was just a weird offhanded comment somebody made in the middle of teaching a course about copywriting. So that's what I'm saying. Misinformation is everywhere.
Yeah. You know what she needs to do? She needs to stick to copywriting.
I know. I agree.
Stay in your lane, bro. Folks, Anna Vocino has cheesy bites. They're not called that, but I call them that. Every day I eat my Anna Vocino cheesy bites.
Oh.
That's right. Matter of fact, someone's out of them and someone's getting ready to travel and someone's got to buy some. So right after this show, I shall be buying my 21 bags.
You're going to wish you had those cheesy bites when you have that sip of that pina colada and wish you never had.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to ever have that pina colada.
I'm building it up to be terrible, but
Thank
also
you.
it's going to be terrible.
I don't think I'm going to take more than one sip of it.
No, you won't. I know you won't.
Yeah.
You should
it's
definitely
gonna be
taste it. I want
it's
to get
going to be
your
a waste
thoughts.
of money. I'm going to wait until
Yeah.
I become friends with the bartender through Tallulah, who,
Well, that was me buying. This is at least $20 worth of trash ranch.
I don't want that to even be in our video. Put that crap away. Folks, go get everything Anna Vocino's making. I talked about the dill stuff. I found a different way to use dill today.
It's
Who
now
would ever
called
thought
ranch
it
dust,
mixed
by the way.
with
We're not calling
probably-
it the dill anymore.
What are you calling it?
Ranch dust.
Ranch dust. It's actually on my bottle. It's called the dill.
Right. But you have the old bottle. This
I
is
also
the
have
new
the square ones. Yeah, I have that. Ranch dust, folks.
ranch dust.
You want to go get everything at Eat Happy Kitchen. You want to get the gravies. You want to get the dust. You want to get the salt dust. You want to get it all.
All of it.
VinnieTortorich.com/VIP. You want to go there if you want to get the workouts that I'm selling for a
open?
lot of money. Not yet, but by the time this show comes out, it'll probably be open.
I can't
But,
wait.
or if not, put
to
your
get
name
the
on the list
workouts.
because when I open it up, you'll get all of the workouts for free. And they won't be free
What?
otherwise. Now, Anna, you
Yeah.
reminded me of something.
Oh, is there a song
During-
coming?
There's a song coming. There's a song.
Songs are coming.
Oh, by the way, folks, I meant to remind you guys, if you want to get in, well, this show is coming out after. I might as well do the ad anyway. This show is coming out after I get back from my beach holiday. But I was going to tell you, if you want to get a phone call in before then, but sign up for a phone call. I'll be back and we can all do it. Okay. Anna,
Yeah.
you said bad fitness.
Oh.
And that reminded me of a band, Bad Finger. And since
Oh.
you and I like the movie Breaking Bad, you may remember the whole series of Breaking Bad
Yeah.
ended up on this song. So on
Yeah.
behalf of Anna Vocino, my name is Vinnie Tortorich. Put life into living and do it with Bad Fingers.